How Tariffs Build America. The hidden history of U.S. economic power. When we think about what made America a global superpower, we often credit innovation, industry, or military strength. But there's a hidden force behind America's rise: tariffs. For over a century, tariffs weren't just taxes. They were the backbone of U.S. economic growth. They protected industries, fueled infrastructure, and helped transform a young nation into a global powerhouse. But how did it all happen? Let's uncover the surprising history of tariffs in the United States. The early days of U.S. tariffs. Tariffs and the birth of the nation. After the American Revolution, the U.S. faced a massive debt and needed a way to fund its new government. The solution is tariffs. In 1789, the very first act passed by Congress was the Tariff Act, designed to protect American industries from foreign competition and raise revenue. Back then, there was no federal income tax. Tariffs were the government's primary source of income. They helped fund everything from the military to infrastructure projects that would shape the nation. The Industrial Revolution and tariffs as protection. As the U.S. entered the 19th century, tariffs became a powerful tool for protecting American industries. While Europe, especially Great Britain, flooded global markets with cheap manufactured goods, the U.S. imposed high tariffs to shield its growing industries. This protection allowed American factories, railroads, and steel industries to thrive. Leaders like Alexander Hamilton believed tariffs were key to fostering a strong, self-reliant economy. Without them, American manufacturers would have been crushed by foreign competition. The Gilded Age, how tariffs built American industry. In the late 19th century, during the Gilded Age, the U.S. imposed some of the highest tariffs in the world. Leaders like President William McKinley believed tariffs were essential for protecting American steel, textiles, and manufacturing. These high tariffs helped fuel the rise of industrial giants like Carnegie Steel and Standard Oil, turning America into an industrial powerhouse. The U.S. fostered homegrown innovation and job creation by protecting American companies from cheap foreign goods. Tariffs and the making of a global power. By the early 20th century, the U.S. had become one of the world's largest economies, thanks in large part to decades of protectionist tariffs. These policies allowed American industries to grow, dominate, and eventually compete globally. But tariffs weren't without their downsides. In 1930, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act raised duties to record levels, contributing to a global trade war and worsening the Great Depression. This marked a turning point, as the U.S. began to shift toward free trade policies in the post-World War II era. The legacy of tariffs in America. Tariffs helped build the United States. From funding the government in its infancy to protecting industries that would define American innovation. While their role has evolved, their impact on the nation's rise to power cannot be ignored. Today, tariffs are still used as tools of economic strategy and political leverage. But the story of how they built America is a reminder that behind every great nation is a history of tough decisions, protectionist policies, and strategic growth. What do you think? Are tariffs still a tool for economic power, or are they outdated in today's global economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments.